Hello, everyone. This is Maria, inspiring human potential, inner growth content creator, and podcast host. And we're back for our weekly roundup for your Monday motivation. So, our three main takeaways for last week's podcast episodes involve the themes of open mindedness, empowerment, and as always, feelings, dealing with people and with situations with feelings in the forefront. And we'll begin with that one. So, feelings, our emotional layer, is always a part of the things that we're dealing with, and the ignoring, if you will, it's not about ignoring as much as we've been given where they are, what they are. So, by having labels with emotions, this doesn't allow an exploration for the person who's experiencing those emotions, which would be you. When instead you do address the emotional layer, you're addressing the ego self's needs. As when you were an infant and a child and a teenager, emotions were always involved, which is why they began telling you, okay, this is what this emotion is, this is what that emotion is, this is how you want to express it. These are all ways to help you organize as you coexist. It's not a way that you get to actually say, let me go and see what exactly do I feel about it. So while some people stay in duality, and so they stay with the engagement, that nervous system's response where it engages with societal culture as their proof of concept. So if they said you're sad because of this, that's it, you stay there. For us, it's different. We go to the emotional layer and we say, okay, with love, I can address this. Because at the end of the day, you're wanting to create a different relationship with that experience. Not different because of better or worse, because you can. That's the beauty of that infinite higher human potential place. You can have a relationship with the ego self, with your emotional layer. And when people and situations are the ones, quote unquote, triggering, that's your opportunity to choose to be unconditional love, to choose to go beyond and not stay in drama. You choose to stay in drama. You choose to stay in sadness. You choose to stay in those feelings. Or you can choose transcend those feelings. And it begins with saying, I can choose love. And then it also begins with saying, sadness is not good or bad. My ego is seeking something, my inner world, which is always going to drive you, which as a child, you're told, don't be egocentric. Once you're an adult, you can realize the ego always wants your attention, and you can be the one to give it, which creates a different relationship. In fact, the needy part, that's why it's empowerment with neediness. If you empower your needs by providing for them with love and care and compassion, you're not going to be needy in that way. And when you do the same with somebody else, you allow yourself to create a specific way of handling it that doesn't hurt the person more, it doesn't judge them, and you might eventually lead to show an example of empowerment that they will take and be able to apply. And this addresses that neediness, and even with hope. Hope is one of those areas that is always strengthening you. But even here, when you add empowerment, you're allowing yourself to believe in yourself and to drive, to lead with feelings of security and comfort. And when something is unwanted, uncertain, you're not afraid from the emotional layer, from your body. So when dealing with people and situations, always have the emotions in the forefront. Takeaway 2 is about staying open-minded with the unwanted, unexpected, with judgments, deception, lies. Those are some of the themes that we discussed. This is where you allow yourself to be in clarity as you observe how you're feeling and how you're thinking. And then you allow time, because time will always lead to the full answer, to keep bringing pieces. Part of deceptions or lies, this is where by being open-minded and not assuming, you're not choosing an end that you really don't know. And you're not living while you wait for whatever to come in a way that provides feelings of limitedness. You can't express yourself, you don't feel comfortable, you drain your energy, things that don't help you to be an effective leader if you're in a leadership position. And you're not practicing inner growth, or that infinite potential is not there because you're focusing on defending from something that you don't even know is going to come. So you're also not opening your mind to evaluate and practice and expand in the way it thinks, which also limits the potential that you are expressing in your day-to-day. The part of empowerment with neediness is where, as you allow yourself to know that there's always space and room for fear because the unknown is that tomorrow, and your secondary consciousness knows this, you allow you to know every day, as long as you're alive, you're actually able to take action. So you stay in this moment of awareness and you work with the feelings. You don't negate that you're frustrated or that you feel helpless or that you want, for example, with the needy part, that external support. You actually tend to it with your self-love, and you're tending to it with neutrality towards the external. So you're not judging the external. That's why you disengage from a duality space and navigate from neutrality, the duality. If you stay here where you say that person owed me, that person this, life that, this is still duality. Even if you can work with your emotions, you're not letting go of the idea that the external needs to fulfill what you're fulfill, meaning bring forth the comfort for the fear. And that is where some people will stay. But those who choose complete self-empowerment, this is where their option is, okay, wait, I'm empowered. I'm not threatened. There's no physical threat. I'm in a moment of fear because I don't know about something important to me. And you, again, work with it with love and patience. It's not a rush. There's no time to every day of your life, since it's an ever evolving, transforming, growing experience. You deal with differences, you deal with people, you deal with everything, and you deal with love, which is what transforms the entire experience. Looking forward to being back again next week with more key takeaways, and in the meantime, have a wonderful week.